Hey y'all, welcome back to the Lips Reactional. I'm Lips. This is episode 5 of season 2 of House of the Dragon. I have little hope. I'm in despair. I am in a pit, a black hole, if you will. I'm down at the bottom of the ocean with that submersible that exploded. Yeah, last episode really episode 4 of this season really has me feeling like I just need to stop thinking. I don't even want to win, right? I don't even want to. I mean, obviously, it would be great if Rhaenyra was able to take the throne. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't ever remember hearing. I feel like Dany would have, known about a queen, having sat the throne prior, so I feel like that would have been a part of Game of Thrones. So I just feel like that's not gonna happen, but I just am feeling like the playing field is so uneven that I'm just like my ass is kicked every single episode. I'm begging for help. I'm begging for mercy. I just, you know what? Just release me from the prison that is this world. Not this world. Release me from the prison that is being Team Rhaenyra. I could switch sides at any time, but there's no one on the other side that I like. They're all brats. And none of them hold themselves accountable. But oddly enough, this episode is titled Regent. And that, I just Googled what that means, because I know we've heard that phrase before in Game of Thrones. That word before, and it means someone holding the position of power because the leader is indisposed or like MIA, unavailable. Sorry, the old king can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because his brother killed him. Could be the answer. I feel like Aegon's probably alive, just very badly hurt, if that's possible. Can you fall from that high and live? In a fantasy world, you can, and this is, at the end of the day, a fantasy world, so let's get into it. If you want the full-length reaction to this episode or any other episode or anything else you see here on the channel, head on over to Patreon. Otherwise, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the episode. Never a good sign when the episode starts with tense, solemn music. He's lost everyone. Even Rhaenyra.
The traitor dragon Maylis, slain at Brook's Rest by your king.
That's...
To Aegon!
Aemon's gonna be pissed about that.
Mark my words, this is a black omen.
Yo, a bad omen?
When they realize we won the battle.
Strange victory, if it was one.
Well, definitely wasn't a loss.
I thought the dragons was gods.
Oh, so they really don't like that because they see the dragons as gods?
It's just me.
Do you think Aemond is more or less controllable? I think he's less. I think, oddly enough, as hasty as Aegon was, I do think he was more controllable. If he was dead, would they just so... Hello, Helena. How do you feel about that? Because if Rhaenyra died, that would be over. People would just be like, all right, well, the queen is dead. And she's been usurped. It's over.
Is my son going to die?
I'm afraid I cannot say.
Talk to me, Aemond.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Oh, not what I meant.
The king. Sir Criston, what befell him?
His grace fought valiantly.
Oh, be so for real right now.
What was his part in this?
I could not say.
Why?
We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. He who has left us after some marital spat.
Okay.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
Yeah, he does. And let's just get into it. I'm so tired of him.
I could never doubt your capability or your quickness of mind.
You doubt it every
It
single
is merely
time
that
we're
the
at this
gentler
table.
sex heretofore has not been much privy to the strategies of battle.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
You tell him. 80 years of peace. 80 years.
Time is ripe. If we can strike King's Landing before that dragon is recovered.
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown.
I don't know if she has it in her to send anyone else. No, 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 we can't send him. If she loses another son.
My mother gladly sends you away, whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princelings.
Oh.
You are the succession.
Then I must be seen to act for her claim and mine.
Okay. I'm not gonna fight you.
The phrase. They control the crossing at the Twins. Cregan Stark's greybeards are marching south. If his...
I have PTSD.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her.
But it's powerful.
Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me.
Bend the knee to you. You mean to Rhaenyra?
We choose fire.
Oh my goodness.
They made their choice.
I need them alive.
Oh, you didn't do it!
They are pig-headed, intransigent.
They would rather burn than succumb. Exactly the kind of men I need.
You know what? Yeah. I feel like I'm being the hasty one, wanting action, wanting small wins in place of big ones. And maybe perhaps I still am doubting Rhaenyra and her caution and her what did she call it? I don't know. We can come back. We can come back.
There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do. Show them your worst.
Over the centuries, many and more armies.
The veil.
The Eyrie itself is impregnable. Unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky.
Oh.
Rhaenyra, 15,000 swords.
In return for protection, a dragon.
She sent 2.
I have hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
Just build creepy in the Eyrie.
In time.
I don't have time. I mislike feeling powerless.
So do I.
So do I.
Do they hold you responsible for Rhaenys and her dragon?
I would rather they had. They speak around me, not to me.
They really do.
You are your father's chosen successor.
If I had been a son, a sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk. Instead, I was given my father's cup.
You heard, like, every conversation.
And they know it. And Daemon as well.
Her council and Daemon kind of, like, not letting her rule is hurtful.
The path I walk has never been trod.
True. True.
The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
They sure do.
What you cannot do, let others do for you.
See, and these are the kinds of things we can get done if people stop talking around Rhaenyra and they start talking with Rhaenyra. Okay? Thank you very much.
She was fierce.
In love and in anger.
She was.
For what she gave me in the end. I'm grateful.
I wished I had known her when she was young.
Me too.
And with her gone, I must rely on you. Would you give this to your grandsire?
Corlys. We lost the link to him.
I do not wish to stand alone.
Daemon.
I do not wish to stand alone.
Your brother had great love in his heart, but he lacked your constitution.
Oh my god, why are we stroking? I thought these were his demons.
Daemon, you were made to wear it.
Oh, we're stroking his delusions. And other things, apparently. His ego. Oh, yeah.
If only you'd been born first.
Blood on your hands, buddy.
My favorite son.
Sorry, were you just making love to your mom?
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace? There's also goose, if you prefer it.
Okay. These are so trippy.
We must ready the castle to receive a great host. How does the work here progress?
There's, of course, the matter of payment. Larys transferred his family's wealth to King's Landing.
Ooh.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this fed and warm.
Wait, how do they heat things?
Perhaps she could provide the necessary coin, if you could only write to her.
No.
Very well, Your Grace.
Daemon failed,
me as my
Rhaenyra.
king.
Pardon me?
What would you call the husband of the queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
Mm-hmm.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
No. I think what hurts more than like the other side, like it being the other side being so powerful, is that Rhaenyra is failed so often by her own people, by her own husband.
Has he woken?
No. I'm not sure he will ever wake. Our king's fate lies with the gods.
What is like the slightest smile on his face?
But now we must name a regent to take his place. Until he recovers. Or does not. I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed.
Wow. Because she's the softer one, right?
The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemon.
And his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
His lack of restraint. It's Aegon's lack of restraint, actually. I'm going to be so honest with you.
Aemon is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field, but my experience
Alicent just wants his
here,
power.
At this table.
No offense.
Lord Larys.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemon. What would it say if, in response to Rhaenyra's crowning, we raised up a woman of our own?
Wish you would. Wish you would.
Aemond is the next in line.
What happened to him?
It's agreed then.
See, Aemon's strength, which terrifies me, is his stillness, his quietness. He's steady. He may be the younger brother, but he's never felt like it. Kind of like how Alicent has never really felt like the mother.
I shall send you
Alicent?
encouragement.
What else?
We might,
Shoot, I feel like she's like a volcano right
What are your tasks?
now. He's a calm leader, which makes me think
Someone
he's-
cut down the fucking rat catchers.
Thank you. See, he's fine.
We should make for Tumbleton. My brother will have room.
You would have me turn beggar.
Are we not beggars already?
Fair.
The king has promised payment.
Promised.
King has lied.
The king promised payment and we don't have payment and we can't feed and we have a sick child? Yikes.
Stay and wait for his empty promises, husband. With them you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
Aemond is the next in line.
You know what he is. What he has somehow become. Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and...
Yes. Enter. Please.
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What?
No, this has been churning in you for a while.
There were men walking, they were on fire. We have given the war to the dragons.
Hmm?
The dragon rider should lead us.
Oh,
And what of justice?
that makes sense. I can respect that. Okay, I can give him respect. That makes sense.
Have I not spared you? What we must do now is terrible. Is this who you are, Alison?
I did not ask to be spared. And I did not give you leave to speak my name.
Oh, it's the only power she has. Oh, wow. People are leaving in haste. Oh, no, they're all gonna get locked in.
By order of Aemon Targaryen!
Does he mean the king?
I don't know.
Yeah, King Regent.
Our hesitance does not lie in Rhaenyra as queen. Our fear lies in Vhagar.
Oh.
When mine own sits outside your walls.
Yeah, you don't have the biggest dragon.
Offer us your protection.
I do. And the protection of my uncle.
And Daemon, I'm sure, has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands.
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle.
You want Harrenhal?
He's good. Who's this actor?
For that, my mother will want more than your crossing.
Ooh. Now we're playing 4D chess.
Bent knees.
Yeah?
Is that the kind of army you would raise? And who hate you?
Well, once they agree to serve me, I'll treat them fairly.
That's what they all say.
Once again, in the name of power, it's the weak and the women who must endure.
Ooh, say it again. Say it again.
The realm will suffer if Aemon One-Eye rules.
Well, yeah, it will.
They will cut you down soon as wish you good day.
I'd heard the same thing about you. But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
She cannot succeed, Alice. The people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
Huh? Ma'am?
Fresh news from Stonehenge. Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you.
Wow. That's huge. Wow. So there's now 3 sides. Maybe Alicent and Rhaenyra can work together. Maybe they can ride off in the sunset together. They could be lovers, yeah? My castle is a tomb.
I am sad to have missed its highest days. The wealth you brought back from Yi Ti and a shy, inspiring awe and envy. I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her.
Oh. See? And this, together, they, Corlys and
Queen Rhaenyra
Rhaenys,
wishes to name you hand.
we're so good together. So they made each other more powerful. They made each other better.
Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss? Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
You have done so before, at great cost to yourself and those who loved you.
And tell him again.
Rhaenys was not only your wife. She died as she would have wished to die. With honor, in Dragonfire, the way my mother chose. And the way I myself wish to meet my end.
Strong women, these.
I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished. You yourself may do as you see fit.
Granddaughter, I would make you my heir.
Finally.
Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Oh, I like her. She became a really strong character. Stands her own ground.
Your Grace.
You were correct in saying our best hope of an army is with Daemon.
Oh, fair.
And I have perhaps erred in waiting for him to prove himself.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't hold your breath.
But I will not send a message by Raven for Daemon to disregard.
Have you any message for him?
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Can the spirit demons at least make you feel bad for what you're doing? Like give you a little bit of guilt?
Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed?
A king! He's just so bold.
And I tell you, there is no honor in a fight such as
Honor?
this.
What of common decency?
These beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen.
Yikes.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands. Have you looked after our girls?
Yeah, remind him. Thank you.
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
The Riverlands are an ancient place.
Dragon or no, we shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
You lose them as quickly as you gain them in this fight, Damon. Actually, you lose them quicker than you gain them.
I have an errand for the Lady Missaria. I must see an old friend.
Most people want out these days.
She needs in. Most people do want out. They're only gonna want out faster, quicker, with more haste. But if you don't let them out, they'll just have to uprise within. It's wild that they're so afraid of Aemond being king, but like not of Aegon.
Was it worth the price?
Oh, hello, sister. Oh, poor Aegon. He just wanted love and affection. Ugh.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Then why do you look angry?
You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine my lot. I'm a dragon rider as well.
Yeah, first and foremost. Was it she said in like one of the first episodes she just wants to ride dragons and...
The tie that binds us. No harm can come
And
to
you
you.
are my son, and I did not give you leave to go. Your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Oh, Luke was so sweet.
Perhaps Daemon could...
We should just throw Daemon's name into the fire.
Shall I fight for my birthright, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed?
Fight.
I need dragons.
We have two large enough to stand against Vhagar, and they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
We need to get them riders then.
There is Rhaenyra.
You nearly lost her life in her last attempt. I would not risk it again.
Stop counting people out because you care about them. That'll be your weakness. That's going to be your downfall.
There are those of our line who never ruled, those who married into other noble houses.
Now we're cooking.
A generation ago or more, blood would be thin.
And yet...
It would still be Targaryen blood.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
This was the
There are
episode we
records
needed.
here, surely, of our line.
Yes, find it. All we need to do is find it.
There could be scores of them.
Come on. Come on.
It's a mad sword.
But it's not a bad thought. Mad isn't bad. We're back, baby. Okay, I feel better. Not a ton better. We're still just not getting out of this alive. But you know what? I think I reflected on it a lot in this episode. It's just really defeating that just so many people in Rhaenyra's inner circle downcast her, talk around her, sometimes talk down to her, don't take her opinion seriously, don't take her as seriously as they could or they should. They stand by her for not who she is or what they believe in her, but out of loyalty to Viserys. But this episode, what gave me hope, what gave me what I needed, what pulled me out of my pit of despair is Jace. I forget her name, but the secret snaky lady. Just some people who they believe in the fight, but they also believe in Rhaenyra. And I think it's really good that Jace and Rhaenyra are on this page right now, like getting on this same page together, because I think they both feel this burden and this desire. They're both riders. They're both fierce. They're both passionate. And they're both being held back in their own ways from going out and riding forward into the fire, into the battles. But I do think that while other people, I do think that there is a strength to Rhaenyra's patience. There is a strength to her lack of action. It can feel really disheartening. It can feel really powerless. And that's where the true magic is, because we are kind of feeling like the underdog, and not just the underdog, but just like a pity party at times, at least. It's really disheartening to see Daemon kind of going this way. I think it's something, I don't know. I don't really think I'll ever Daemon has his moments where I'm like, wow, he is a good character. He's hot, he's powerful, I like him. But more often than not, he lets me down, and that is so disheartening and depressing. And this is just not the side of him that I always thought was there, and that I'm just like really sad to be proven right on. Because it's like I tried to hear y'all out, like morally gray, he's not that bad, but it's just, he can't charm his way back into my good graces, I don't think. Unless he like dies for Rhaenyra and gets her some sort of glory, then maybe. But I don't think he's gonna do that. He's a stubborn prick. I wish people would stop casting aside Rhaenyra. What did they say? The softer sex, the softer of the softer amongst us, or whatever they said. Why is softness always mistaken for weakness? I liked this episode. This was an episode that I needed. I was really defeated. This is a good pivotal, like a lot of foundation setting, a lot of setup, a lot of yapping, not a lot of action, but very important yaps. The highest of importance of yaps. I do wonder, like, Aemond is definitely bone chilling, right? But it's just interesting. It's like, if you see this deep, dark evil within someone, why just stand by and let them be that? I think the only people we have to blame for that and for that continuation of that, and now him sitting in this position, is the people who just didn't care enough ever to say anything, and now he is the next in line. There's moments where I don't really respect Kristen Cole. I think he's held on to this like really petty bitterness towards Rhaenyra that isn't necessary for too long, right? Just a little too long, and it's unbecoming, quite frankly. So that I don't like. And then he's just this, like, he's a very dark, twisted, kind of evil to me. He just has this like darkness inside of him that it just makes me really uneasy. And it comes out in this way that he like, I think honestly it comes from this place of not believing he's worthy. And what's so interesting is that truly the only thing he does that makes him unworthy of his role is sleeping with Alicent and Rhaenyra. Other than that, I mean, he's a good white cloak, but he kind of takes that self-hatred and lets it, like, takes that hatred that he has for himself and spreads it onto everyone else. And it's just kind of gross. It's like, okay, you don't need to hate yourself that much. 2, relax. But I do think in episode 4, I saw this, what I appreciate, this original side of him that I liked, which is this, like, he was the only one that went to go, like, find Aegon. He was the only one that seemed to be like focused on the fact that the king was down and his duty is to protect the king, right? So he takes that role very seriously, and for that I respect him. And then I do also understand, like, I don't really think he's going about it the right way. Like, he's been sleeping with Alicent, and that's just really cruel. to have this like what seemed to be this like loving relationship. Well, until I don't know, they got in that fight the other episode, but they had this relationship together, very intimate relationship, the most intimate relationship you can have with someone, and he just kind of cast her aside in this really cruel way. And there's no closure there. There's no understanding there. There's no heart to heart. It's just kind of like he needed to move on for his own reasons. And instead of like doing it in a way that I can respect, he not only just, he's passive aggressive, he's rude, he's cold, he's bitter, he's like letting that hatred he has for himself because he slept with her and he like broke his own moral code or this code of conduct, and treating her like she's this despicable person, which is just unfair. So there's that. But I do respect that he said it's a war of dragons now. Why shouldn't the dragon rider lead? I do think Alicent should get some credit that she did lead and hold court for so long for Viserys. True, she did it in a time of peace. But also, like Rhaenyra has said, who amongst us is familiar with war? But again, that's also kind of why I respect the Dragon Rider thing. I just don't think that's entirely why he sided with Aemond. Aemond, but it is what it is. It's complicated, isn't it? It's complex. The complexities are getting me hooked and inspired again. So, thank you for joining me. If you want the full-length reaction to this or any other episode you see, head on over to Patreon. And while you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.